Now let's chop out the pump and see if our levels are good. Actually, I'll just cut it for here. If you want to start unwiring it, you can just clip the wires right in the back.
All right.
This one, homeowner said he wants to keep. These two we'll throw away. Shipping away. That one. Key gaskets for the big IntelliFlo3. These ones recess into the house. When we get to the 1.5 inch ones, you'll see the difference. But these ones have a little recessed T in them, where it'll actually like drop into the housing, whereas the 1.5 inch ones are going to be just standard O-rings. So these seat into a nice house, basically. Just kind of press them into place, and then when you tighten the union, it's going to do the rest of the work for you.
Is that smaller?
Yeah, this is the 1.5 horse, and that's the 3 horse.
Oh, okay.
So, because we're only doing the filtration on the spa, we don't need to have the big 3 horse on it. Put that in there. So go ahead and primer, glue, and push that all the way in. You only have to do as much as the dauber, the depth of the dauber. You don't have to do the whole pipe surface.
Right. I've done a few pipes, but I just struggle with the names of the, you know, like this reducer, then the street 90 over here. Yeah.
So now we'll let that dry out for a second. Let's go ahead. Let's maybe go a little bit further back with the pump. So let's see. Go ahead and glue this into place and cut it right at about the in between the 2 and the C.
Glue first,
Yep.
and then cut.
And cut it in between the 2 and the C. All right, now go ahead and cut right underneath both of these valves. Perfect. Now we're not going to glue this on yet. So get our shims off of there. Push that into place. Make sure it's nice and center and get it leveled up in between your 2 pipes. Right there. All right, now we're going to raise up the skimmer and vacuum line. So we'll go ahead and glue the 2-inch couplers onto both one of these.
Okay, right?
Yep. Go ahead and glue this end to that side. Perfect. Now go ahead and get your saw. Oh, right there. And what you're going to do is you're going to line it up.
So line it up to the bottom right here?
Yep. So right at the bottom on this one, because we're 2 inch, we're not 1.5 inch, so we're not going to the top side, we're going to the bottom side of that lip. Yep. You got a little nick in the pipe right there. Pretty money right there. Now let's do that to the same on this side.
How are you cutting this? Right? Where are you gonna cut it?
Yep.
So the gray glue takes longer to dry? Or?
Yeah, I'll use that on certain systems where it's not going to run for 5, 6, 7 days, or whenever I'm doing like pop-up dome assemblies, I'll use the gray glue. I like the blue glue just because this particular one, Pool Tight, it's made so that we can run the system within minutes after gluing our joints.
Oh yeah.
It sets faster, so that's why a lot of people are scared of it. So that's why I do plumbing a little bit different. A lot of people dry fit everything. I don't dry fit everything. I dry fit what I need to dry fit.
Right.
So like I dry fitted this socket because I'm not ready to glue that yet. So now we'll get our cut down on this one. Let's center that back up. A little bit of play. Go ahead and glue that into there.
Oh, we're just gonna put a 90?
Yep. and then we'll get our pipe into here, make our cut for that side as well after.
Oh yeah, you can see it pushes out.
Especially with you when you're going into the valves and unions. When you're going into like pipe into 90, pipe into coupler, it doesn't seem to kick back as much.
Yeah.
But when you go into valves and stuff like that, it really does kick back a lot harder. Cut like right at the T. So like right on the line of the T. Alright, so that would get us right up there. So let's get this pipe here, we'll glue it into there, and make our cut on this side. Should be good. Now what I do is we're lined up perfect there. We just want a little gap.
A little gap. Okay.
So now come on the bottom side of it and run your blade up right with the pipe and go.
Oh, and just cut it.
And then just get a little bit more center. There you go.
But it's not right there, just at the line.
Perfect. Now we'll pull our pump forward. We'll go ahead and glue our 90s on. When I'm doing it onto the three-way valves, on the 90s themselves, one side doesn't have any kind of writing on it. This side, the 2 is going to be at top dead center.
Okay.
So I always use the side with the writing to do the tops of the valves. So when I glue my fittings, I push them all the way on, as far as they'll go on, and I line the 2 up in between the 2 screws.
Right.
So then I know that I'm center. So let's go ahead and glue those on. Don't worry about wiping that excess off. We'll just fill that in with paint.
That's far enough, right? It went all the way.
Let's just make sure real quick.
Right there.
Yeah, we should be perfect.
Oh, that's the outside. There you go.
Looks good. All right, go ahead and primer. I'll help you on this one. So we'll always have a little bit of play in the pipe, so we're going to expand it. And then we may end up having to take a couple little shims off of each leg. We'll see.
This legs?
Yep.
This? Oh.
We might. We'll see how far once it presses down. Nope, we're good. Right into it. So let that dry up for a minute, and then we'll glue the front of the pump right into it, and then we'll do our outlet of the pump to the inlet of the filter. Whenever I'm doing the outlet side of it, I won't ever glue anything like this while it's attached, because all the glue is going to run down in there. It's going to get on the O-ring, get on the threads of the union, all that kind of stuff. So I always hold this stuff in my hands while I'm doing it. So kind of get your fingers inside the fitting, because you're going to go around on that. Then I hold this side, inside, glue, flip, push.
Thought it was, oh, it's the same thing. Huh?
Yep, but that one, because it's sitting horizontally, the glue doesn't run down. This one on the top of the pump sitting vertical, so all the glue will start rushing down inside the pump housing. So I always glue these ones first. I'll even glue in my setup pipe.
So
whenever you're doing this one, try to get your fingers inside the pipe.
Inside?
Yeah, it'll make it easier for you.
So the goal is not to get...
So this one you'll hold on the outside.
Yeah, the outside.
And then the other one you're going to hold on the inside. Yeah.
So not have glue trickle down, right?
Yep. And then go back this way. Because you don't want the glue to run down onto this. Doesn't matter if it comes down on this side, but that side. That's where it's not going to seat right, and it'll mess you up here.
Doesn't go down the thing, right?
Bang. And and just snug on it. You don't got to crank it down yet. Let's go pull some wires. Going all the way up to the breaker, so I want to make sure I have enough slack on the wire. Let's go get the IO board real quick.